Yes, people, welcome back to the channel, Princeton Talks. Comment, like, subscribe. And yeah, man, I just wanted to go over a few of these Champions League results, man. It's been a great Champions League week. Obviously, not for my team, Arsenal. We didn't, we got a draw, not the end of the world, but just in terms of getting that feeling back. When it's evening time and you just hear the champions and there's big games: PSG, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Man City, Tottenham, Atletico, Newcastle, Barca. When there's a lot of Prem teams involved as well, it just makes it a bit more exciting for me. So anyway, I just wanted to get into some of these Champions League results and my thoughts, because I'm seeing a lot of talk online, and the talk online is that the Prem has been exposed. The Prem is exposed. Look at you bums. All of that dead football you're playing, all them set pieces, argy-bargy, start, stop, start. It don't work. Real football has won. That's what they're saying, innit? And I hear it, but I don't like being someone that just goes along with, I just see a clip on Instagram and YouTube and I'm like, yeah, that's true, man. Butter toast. No. Brother, I like to think, all right, is he right? Let's break it down. Why would you think that? All right, cool. But obviously, looking at it with a context, I'm going to go over each match just quickly. But looking at it with context, it's quite clear to see that at this stage of the season, the Premier League teams are much more jaded, or much more tired, I guess you could say, or fatigued than the European counterparts. And European counterparts such as PSG, such as Bayern Munich, Real Madrid and Barcelona, not so much the same thing, but it's still, for them, it's going to be different. And basically what I'm trying to get at is, in the Prem, you cannot rest players. What game week is City resting players? What game week is Arsenal, Liverpool? What game week are we resting players? All right, look, all the Prem teams, and Liverpool fighting for top four. What game week are they resting players for Champions League? Spurs, relegation. What? Yo, that's important. Yeah, they even got players. That they can rest. Newcastle, to be honest, they're just languishing in the mid-table. They're kind of poor this season, but still, the room to rotate in the Prem is minuscule. Chelsea, Arsenal, what games? All these teams are teams that are fighting for something domestically as well. So it's not like PSG or Bayern where the league is done. The league is wrapped up. Bayern, you can play. You can play these, man. Play Carl. Go play Carl, Bayern. It's calm. The league is wrapped up. PSG, I don't even know what's going on over there. Postponing games. Yeah, just postpone the games. And obviously, I get that Bayern, they're not. They didn't play an English team. But I'm just trying to say, in terms of performance levels, you could see the difference in teams that haven't plateaued yet, that aren't fatigued. And I feel like a better example or a better reflection of where the Prem is probably the one game that was played in England, which is Newcastle Barcelona. And if you look at that game, that was a tough game for Barcelona. Barcelona is seen as one of the top, if not the best. Them and PSG are probably the best attacking sides in Europe. Bruv, Yamal looked like how man's been seeing Saka and all these man look on the right wing, bro. Tell me I'm lying. Did Yamal? Yo, listen. Rafinha looked alright, but still, their attack in a whole. What did it look? Did it look like that normal Barcelona free flowing attack, like scoring 4 goals in the last 10 minutes? No, it wasn't giving that at all. They had to do exactly what we did: scrape a pen. And like I said, personally, I feel like that match is a better reflection of where the Prem is, or how tough the Prem is, because I think a lot of people are conflating two different points. You got some people saying this is the hardest Prem ever, whereas I believe all the quotes that have come out from players and managers is more, this is the toughest Prem. So not the best, toughest, yeah? Not the best. This is not the highest quality. Oh my God, it's amazing football. We can't wait to tune into every game and like whoever wins this is gonna. No. They're not saying that. It's not the best. Toughest. This is hard. Is it good? Good, bad. Forget that. This is hard. Now I don't know if I agree if it's the toughest, but I do agree it's tough. If like all these players and managers are saying it, I guess, and I'm seeing it, I got to kind of agree. This is one. I think it's probably one of. I'm not gonna say toughest, because I'd have to go through a lot of the leagues and stats and feelings, all of that in it. But it's definitely up there. And again, like I said, I feel like that Newcastle game was probably the better reflection of the state of the Prem and how tough it is. Yeah. All right. Going into these matches, let me see. Let me have a look. Cool. You got Liverpool Galatasaray. Now, that match itself, again, I don't feel like, we know Liverpool have been in bad form, but I watched a lot of that match, and Liverpool had chances. And I think even in the beginning of the game, Liverpool was all over them. And Galatasaray, what was it? Their first attempt, goal. Konate had a bit of a mare, so fair enough, man. Look, I'm not here to back Prem teams because I don't like any of them anyway. I only like Arsenal. So, but I'm just here to give context to what everyone's saying over like the blanket statement that the Prem has been exposed. But anyway, I feel like Liverpool, Salah, man, your time is up, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe how different he is from last season. But what I do want to say, Liverpool to the side, Galatasaray. You see Victor Osimhen, yeah. I wasn't his biggest fan. I've never been his biggest fan. When we was getting Victor Gyökeres, I was saying, listen, I'm not his biggest fan, but if he can trouble the defenders and get the goals, I'll shut up. Personally, I think he's failed to do that. When you look at Victor Osimhen, to me, that is what it looks like. That's what, like, again, he's not my favourite style of striker. But if you want to get that, type of striker, he is the GOAT of it, in my opinion. He's the GOAT of the Mateta archetype. Do you get me? Osimhen is the GOAT of the Mateta archetype. And I actually think, sitting back and thinking, I slept on it. I think he would fit Arsenal so well. Bro, the guy, he eats up anything that comes his way. Yeah. He works these defenders. Look at Konate. He works him. Did you see Konate with Gyökeres? Wait there, mate. Just wait there. Wait there. Bro, Osimhen, the guy's belly flopping. He doesn't know where his head is, bruv. Osimhen works them, man. His long and lanky legs, like reaching for the ball, aerial threat, strength, pace, and he's got his eye for goal as well. He's always there. Man. So, hey, Arsenal. That actually, thinking about it, he can't come to the Premier unless he comes to Arsenal. Because I won't lie. You see the way we see Mateta deal with people, like just think Osimhen, it would be worse. But yeah. Personally, I think Liverpool are going to turn this round. I think by the time it's 60th minute in the Anfield tie, when it's in the second leg, 60th minute, bro, you won't even know it was 1-0. You won't even know. Oh yeah, they won. Galatasaray won what? Bro, it won't mean anything. I'm telling you. That is Anfield on the Champions League. Like, yeah, good luck. Bayern slapped Atalanta, and I'm happy about that because they did my boy Lookman dirty. So anytime Atalanta lose, I'm gonna celebrate that. Special shout out to Elise because brother, he's dunking. He's dunking. About 3 seasons ago, people were saying Elise and Saka, and it wasn't being entertained. But I think we can confidently say he's been better than Saka for this season and last season. Obviously, Saka missed out a lot of last season, and he's been way off form this season. So I don't think it's far fetched to say Elise has been better than Saka for this season and the last season. Saka, find your form, man. World Cup's coming round the corner, and I feel like it's one of them teams that's likely to take it, boy. Listen, yeah, big up Bayern. They're looking like firm favourites, and the thing is as well, they're like Bayern. They've got the heritage and the team, whereas it feels like a lot of the other teams that have the heritage don't have the team. So we'll see how they do anyway. But I think Bayern definitely going to the final. Who was after? Atletico Madrid versus Tottenham. Tottenham, yo, you got bigger problems. You shouldn't even be. You should have forfeited this match. Can't they? Is there like no thing you can do? You just forfeit a match because they didn't need to play. Like, why are you playing Champions League? Why are you playing Champions League? You've got a relegation battle. You got bigger problems. And yeah, Kingsley, man, what a mare, fam. What a mare. I can't lie. Chelsea and Tottenham, what was you lot thinking? Huh? What was you lot thinking? I saw a tweet saying something like, oh, if I had a nickel for every time an English team has put in the second choice keeper and he's flopped, I'd have 2 nickels. Only 2, but it's very rare. Yeah, anyway, I don't really talk on Tottenham, man. The man were rubbed out, bro. I can't believe it. I think, yeah, second leg at Tottenham Stadium. I don't think anything comes of that. I can't lie. This is not one of them ones for me where I'm saying, yeah, the Premier. Yeah, no. I don't think anything come of that. I think they'll give Atletico a little bit of a scare. I think they'll give them a bit of a scare, but yeah, nothing's coming of that. Newcastle, Barcelona. Again, I've spoken on this game. Like I said, I feel like this is probably a better reflection of Premier League teams. Because again, this is the only one that was played at home, by the way, guys. Everyone else has played away. Liverpool went away. Tottenham went away. Arsenal went away. City was away. Chelsea was away. So let's see them at home, innit? Before we start writing off, or this league is exposed. Let's see how they perform at home. Yeah, but Barcelona, they looked like us, bro. They were struggling, man. They were struggling to cut through Newcastle. All that. I was eager to see, like, you know, the Pedri, Bernal and all of that against it. Joe Linton, Tonali, and yo, the muscle. In my eyes, the muscle won, man. I can't lie. Let me have a quick look at yeah, man. Newcastle 16 shots, 4 on target. Barcelona 9 shots, 2 on target. Better XG though, but yeah, we already know that stat can be flawed. What I like to look at the momentum chart as well. Even though that stat can be fugazi, but there's some things it doesn't hide, bruv. Like, and the momentum chart, yeah, Newcastle was on them. So I think when everyone is saying the Premier's dead, like, kind of like give that match a bit more context for a fairer analysis. Yesterday, obviously, Leverkusen, Arsenal. You want to know my thoughts on that? Go to my page. Video out now. What happened? Bodo Glimt 3-0 versus Sporting. Listen, if we go through, it looks like that's who we could be playing. They've probably been playing some of the best football in the Champions League this season. That is crazy. I really wanted Sporting. I needed Gyökeres to go back there and show me what it's like against these Portuguese defences. But that's fine. Bodo, listen, you have to play good teams, innit, to get to the Champions League final. And Bodo is probably, out of anyone that gets to the quarters, it's probably the one that you would actually handpick if you could. Hopefully by then, I think their season starts late March. So hopefully by then they're in the full flow of their season, playing weekend and midweek as well, like the rest of us, because they've been living in this preseason land, playing once every fortnight. Obviously, some people say it could be a hindrance because your players haven't got that rhythm, but it looks like it's beneficial. It looks like it's beneficial for them, man. So big up Bodo. I didn't see any of the goals. I'm gonna go watch the highlights soon. I'm sure they scored some well worked team goals. PSG Chelsea. Going into this game, I had a lot of people telling me, Chelsea could do it, Chelsea would do it, Chelsea would do it. And to be fair, it feels like 5-2 is a bit of a harsh scoreline. Chelsea, again, second choice keeper. I don't know what's got. He literally cost them pretty much the game. Yeah, same thing with Spurs. But for the most part, Chelsea actually looked decent. I don't if you watch that match, I don't think you can watch that match and say, yeah, the Prem is rubbed. Chelsea looked very good. Is it too much for them to turn around? Yes, in my opinion. I think they can get close. Is it too much? Can Chelsea take a 4-1 to extra time maybe? I really wouldn't put it past them. Listen, Champions League respects heritage. I keep saying this. Champions League respects heritage. I don't rate Stamford Bridge that much as a fortress, even in the Champions League knockouts. But I would never ever write it off. I'd be a fool to write it off. Champions League, man. You can never say never. You can never say never. But I do think it's just a bit too much. 4-2, Chelsea are still well in the tie. 5-2, I don't know if they have the mentality themselves. Yeah, and they got some tough matches coming up as well around that. City versus Madrid. Hey, listen. Heritage. Once again, what did I tell you? Everyone was saying, City are going to slap Madrid. No Mbappe, no Jude, no Rodrigo, no this, no that. Everyone, all these players that were dropping out. Only to slap Man City 3-0. And the game started very open, end to end. I wasn't sure who was going to come out on top. But Valverde. What a hat-trick. What a hat-trick, man. And that was it the third goal when he just pokes it past them, Mark Gay, and Mark Gay is mid-air the ball's over there. Oh, mate, yeah. I can't lie. Big up Madrid, man. Heritage. I did not see it coming. I won't lie. I fully had City to win this game. I thought, they're just gonna have a tough run of games, but they'll probably get through most of them. That's not looking good for City. They play West Ham next. Some might think it's an easy game, but again, like I said, in the Prem, you cannot rest because West Ham are fighting relegation tooth and nail. You slip once, you blink. Yeah, so City got to get their act together. I can't lie. I'm putting that one down to heritage, man. It's great because I don't even think City were that bad in the beginning. But yeah, sometimes when you got the squad when you got a squad with so much talent, it's hard just picking the right players for each moment. Because I'm sure it was Doku and Semenyo that started, but then you got Foden and Shirky on the bench. And what's going on with Foden, man? Everyone wants me to talk about Saka. Let's talk about Phil Foden. Let's talk about Cole Palmer. What is going on? Huh? Bro, World Cup is round the corner, bro. England's new golden generation is looking more bronze right now, boy. Alright, but listen, let me know your thoughts. That's all. I just wanted to touch on the Champions League games and the fact that everyone is saying the Prem is exposed, and I feel like it's a bit early. Let the second legs happen. If these teams come to England and mash work and hold out, and do you know what I mean? If PSG come and they just, smoke Chelsea, or they just win comfortably, or they just they just get a nice easy draw. You get what, like if who's the other team? Spurs. Nah, Spurs are done. Liverpool going through, man. Arsenal, I'm pretty sure we should be going through. Let's hold on, yeah. Let's just tranquilo. Let's take a touch and reconvene next week, and then we can say, is the Prem rubbed or not? Personally, I feel it's more to do with schedules, but I don't want to make excuses. We've got big squads, but like I said, rotating in the Prem. Yeah, at your own risk, mate. Anyway, people, comment, like, subscribe. Princeton Talks. I'm out.